Everybody doing okay? Thank you guys for coming tonight. I'm going to make this as short as possible. I just wanted to give you some information about motion and just kind of for parents, for you to understand kind of what we're doing, the expectations, and then as far as the students as well, the expectations of why, or the time while we're there. Sorry, I am not down here with you, and then I'm using a mic. We are recording this tonight just because there were several people who could not come, and then that way we have it in case my next meeting they're not able to come, and then that way we can send it to them, okay? So let's pray real quick, and then we'll get going. Lord, I just love you. God, I thank you for this wonderful opportunity that we have for our students to be able to go to Motion Conference. God, I pray that you go ahead and just go before us. God, you know every student that is going to be there. You know everything that they are facing in their life. Even the leaders that are going, God, sometimes there's things, Lord, that we just need you to do in our life. And so I just asked every student, every leader that is a part of this conference, Lord, that you just go before us, you prepare the way. And Father, that our hearts are changed, that we come back different because we have been in your presence. We just give you this time, and we ask that in Jesus' name. Amen. So, guys, Motion Conference is done by Church of the Highlands. I know y'all probably saw, maybe some of you got to watch the video. But basically, their mission, their vision statement is this, that Motion is about a generation empowered by Jesus, equipped to make a difference and living out their faith every day. So that's what this conference is about. There's dynamic speakers, dynamic worship. We have small groups. We split into, by the age groups and have some discussions and everything. So it really is a very, very powerful time. And I just want to thank you for allowing your student to go with us. I have several leaders in the room. God has blessed us with some amazing leaders, and I just know that this is going to be an awesome time and a life-changing experience for your student. So I just want to start off by just thanking you for allowing them to be in our care, and I just ask you while we're there, be praying for your student, be praying for the team, that is exactly what happens, that God just does amazing things in our life, because when we ask, I believe that he answers, right? And so that is what's going to happen. So the conference, as you know, is July 24th through the 26th. If y'all want to go ahead and go into your Motion Conference handbook here. So at the top says, welcome to I'm on the very first page there, page 1. Welcome to the 2025 Motion Conference Package. If you are reading this, you are one of many students that will experience a conference of a lifetime. Parents and students, please take the time to read and understand all information and policies related to Motion Conference. All rules and guidelines are in place for the safety and protection of each student and leader. By signing the Code of Conduct, you agree to adhere to all policies and guidelines for the duration of the trip. Okay, so it gives you our table of contents, what we're going to have here. And then the full life student mission statement is a place where students can experience a place to belong by building relationships, encountering God, discovering purpose, and living fully alive together. Page 2 is our hotel information. This is where we're going to be staying. Okay, we're staying at Town Place Suites. Marriott, it's the Birmingham South location. So that's the address there, and that is the telephone number, okay? That is where we'll be staying. What they need to bring and pack. So their Bible, journal, pen, 3 days of clothes. I suggest layers. It's very hot outside, but oftentimes it's very cold in the arena. So it's always a good idea to have a jacket or hoodie available with you. Comfortable shoes, rain jacket if you think, or they don't really let us carry. You have to carry a clear plastic bag, so you'll see that in just a second. So an umbrella is probably not good. But we do have to walk. It's not a long ways, but we'll be parking in a little parking deck and walking around. So if you have a rain jacket, you can bring that in case we encounter some bad weather. Pajamas, of course, your toiletries, all of the different things there, deodorant, makeup, razor. You can read all of those different things. Your phone charger, sunglasses, medications if you have anything. Parents, for those of you that don't know, I am a registered nurse. I will be on the trip there. If there's any kind of medications that I need to know about or that you want to give me to, that I need to keep secure, that maybe I need to hand out, just please let me know that. and I'll take care of that. Refillable water bottles. They do not allow Stanley or the metal water bottles in the arena, but you can take in just a clear plastic water bottle, okay? Additional money for merch and conference calls. So like what they mean by there is if they wanted to buy anything from concession stands or any merch as well. But please note that the BJCC, that's the arena that we're going to be at, is a cashless facility, and all concessions will require a credit card or a debit card, okay? So if that is an issue for you as far as being able to send a card with your child, if y'all will let me know, y'all can give me cash, and then I'll just use my card, if that makes sense. I don't mind doing that, okay? I know a lot of places have gone to that now to where they don't, accept cash and stuff there, so just let me know that. There will be meals. The only meal that we will have to get, and we're going to take care of that at the hotel, is on Thursday night, okay? And I'll get into the itinerary here in a minute. But Friday and Saturday lunch, all of those meals are provided by the conference, okay? That was included in part of the money that it costs to go there, okay? But we'll talk about that in just a little bit more depth here in just a second. So leader contact information, you have Pastor Lance on here, myself, Keela, Richard, Tammy, Brooke, Emma, Sydney, Nick, Amber, Kelly, Jonathan, and Hannah. Okay, those will be all of the leaders that are going. Room assignments, I made this out. This may end up having to change. I have 2 spots left, and depending on who takes them, I may end up having to. We do have 1 room extra that they're holding for me on here, so I may have to flip that to a guy's room, and then we'll keep still the room there that we have Sydney. We'll bring some other girls into that, if that makes sense, okay? So kind of just temporary right now with this, okay? But I wanted to give you kind of an idea. If we end up getting 2 girls that go, they'll go in there with Sydney, and then the rooms will stay the way that they are currently right now, okay? All right, so code of conduct. Respect for the individual. We all deserve to be in an environment where we are treated with dignity and respect. Full Life Students leaders are committed to creating such an environment because it brings out the full potential in each of us, which in turn creates a culture of belonging, safety, and fun. All leaders and students are expected to follow the below conduct standards, treat each other with dignity and respect at all times, address and report inappropriate behavior and comments that are discriminatory, harassing, abusive, offensive, or unwelcome. Foster teamwork and student participation. Avoid slang and inappropriate language. Be open-minded and listen when given constructive feedback regarding others' perception of your conduct. Adhere to the dress code policy at all times, and adhere to the cell phone policy at all times. Okay? Full Life students will not tolerate discrimination, harassment, or any behavior or language that is abusive, offensive, or unwelcome. So basically, students, leaders, it's treat everyone as you would like to be treated, right? Basic golden rule. Very easy and simple. Uphold the law. So we do go to different places as we're going. So Full Life students, leaders are committed to integrity. Commitment to integrity begins with complying with laws, rules, and regulations wherever we go. Personal property information is important that we respect the property and information rights of others. Health and safety. Full Life students is dedicated to maintaining a healthy environment, and then accountability. Each of us are responsible for knowing and adhering to the values and standards set forth in this code and for raising questions if we are uncertain about this policy. We are concerned whether the standards are being met or are unaware of violations of the code of conduct. Please speak with one of our leaders. Full Life students take seriously the standards set forth in the code of conduct, and violations will be diagnosed amongst leadership for further action. You're probably thinking, what in the world? This group, I will tell you, I don't think that we're going to have any issues, but in the past, as you can probably see, we have had some issues on some of our conferences, but I think we've got a great group, but just need everyone to be on the same page and to know, right? The expectations is always important. So phone policy. All students are required to be professional and conscientious at all times using their cell phones. Nothing inappropriate, no inappropriate music, only post appropriate and respectful content on social media. Do not use your phone during service, only to record or take photos, and use your journal for taking notes if you have one, okay? I'm probably going to end up getting all of us a journal. All right, and then that way you can have that, and we can keep it, and we'll take that with us, okay? So I would rather us just do that, and then to make sure that you're not tempted by having your phone out during service, right, instead of listening, okay? So the main thing here, I think, is just, us not looking at anything that's inappropriate on our phones, listening to inappropriate music, those type of things, okay? Dress code and hygiene policy. Full Life Students strives to maintain an environment that functions well and is free from unnecessary distractions. As part of the effort, Full Life Students will maintain a neat and clean appearance. Leaders will maintain the right to ask students to change if wearing inappropriate clothes. Okay, athletic shorts. Bottoms should touch fingertips when arms are extended straight down at your side. So when you're standing here, the bottom of your shorts have to come to your fingertips, okay? So that's an appropriate one. Capris are appropriate. T-shirts are appropriate. Jackets, sweatshirts are appropriate. Sandals, flip-flops, tennis shoes, inappropriate. Shorts and jeans with rips showing your bottom, underwear, tight, anything revealing, okay? And if they're too short, all right? Crop tops, clothing showing your midriff section, spaghetti straps, no attire showing your back. Beach wear is not appropriate to wear to the conference, and then T-shirts with offensive language or anything that's offensive. I always like to say any clothing that shows the 4 B's. If y'all are ever with Amber on a conference, you know what those are, right? Girls, it's here, your belly, your back, and your bottom, okay? Goes for guys too, but we usually don't have that issue with the guys, right? So anyway, guys, it's just very important that we dress modest and that we don't have any of those issues, okay? Any questions about that? Students, everybody good so far? Yes. Yes, that is the next thing that's right underneath there. Showers are mandatory daily. Okay? So listen, guys, we get in there, we get in that arena. It's the most amazing thing. Like, we're walking in, we're all hot and sweaty. We get in there with 13,000 other people, and we're worshiping and everything. We get hot and sweaty. And what happens when we get hot and sweaty? We stink. Just what it is, okay? So I don't care if you take a shower in the morning. I don't care if you take a shower in the evening, okay? Miss Lori's a morning shower girl, okay? Other people like evening. So I don't care when you take it, but as long as we take one every day. The other thing that I did not put in here, but it's really important to me, is keeping your hands clean. When you go to the bathroom, you wash your hands. I shouldn't have to say that, but it's just a fact of life. You wash your hands. I keep hand sanitizer with me at all times, and I just think it's best to keep our hands clean. For one, it keeps us all from getting sick, okay? It's just the nurse and Miss Lori. I am a germaphobe, so anyway. All right, daily itinerary. So Thursday, we will arrive here at the church. That is on the 24th. We will arrive here at 11:30. We will get loaded up, and then we will leave at 12. Okay? I'm asking, I know it may be a little bit difficult because restaurants probably, it may be okay because some open at 11, but your student needs to have had lunch, okay, before we get here. We will arrive at the hotel at around 3 o'clock, okay? We'll get checked in, get all of that done, and then at 5 p.m. we will leave for the arena, okay? And I have the address there, so y'all are aware of where that is too, just in case you were to need it. I'm going to have snacks and drinks in our room. Our rooms have pretty much a full kitchen, full refrigerator. We won't be cooking, but we'll have plenty of room. I'm going to get snacks and stuff so that they can have that and drinks and stuff in the room, okay? It will be a long night before we get back to the hotel for our dinner at 10, so we will have snacks and stuff before we go to the arena, okay? We arrive there at 5:15, go to our seats. Pre-service starts at 6 p.m., and then the first session is at 7, and then we leave the arena, head back to the hotel for dinner. We will have pizza and drinks, and then at 11:30, head to our room, and then lights out at 12 a.m., okay? Friday, we have breakfast at the hotel at 8. We will leave at 8:45 to head to the arena. 9 a.m., we arrive at the arena and go to our seats. Now, the reason the next few things have to be determined, well, 10 a.m. is definitely session 2. But once this session is over, we go into our group sessions that happen, okay? So leaders will be going into an area where you will be poured into as far as different leaders speaking to you, amazing leaders, amazing things. You'll have lunch there as well. Our students will go to their groups where they will have lunch, okay? And it's split between middle school and high school. We will leave from that. We will come out, have another session, go back to groups where we have dinner, and then we will come back for our main session, okay? So over around 9:30, 10-ish, and then we will head back to the hotel, okay? Saturday morning, which is on the back. Again, breakfast at the hotel at 8 a.m., 8:30, we'll load up the vans, leave, head to the arena. We arrive there at about 9 o'clock, go to our seats. Our last session starts at 10 a.m., and then we don't go to groups on this day. We will just get our box of lunch that we have, and we'll have lunch before we head back, okay? And it should be around about 4 o'clock that we arrive back at the church, okay? 4:30-ish at the very latest, okay? Any questions? Anything, leaders, that y'all think that I've missed? Yes, Alex? So if they're welcome to have, like if they want to get something from the concessions there, they're welcome to, yes, bring some money, but all of our food is included other than, really, we won't be going to a restaurant or anything because we'll be providing the Thursday night pizza and stuff at the hotel, okay? And then breakfast, we have breakfast at the hotel, and then lunch, dinner, and lunch on Saturday are all provided by the conference, okay? But merch, if you want to buy any of their merch, if you do want a drink or something like that at the conference, then I would say yes, you'll need some money, a little bit of money, okay? Yes. That's a great idea. Yep. I don't know if y'all heard Emily, but a Visa gift card is a great idea too. Okay? Any other suggestions, questions? Yes, I left that out, didn't I? I thought that I had it in here. It has to be a clear bag. Sorry, guys. I thought I had that in here somewhere. But yes, it is a clear bag policy there for the arena. Okay? So if you're taking in a bag, it has to be like that you're going into a sporting event, one of their stadiums. It's a clear bag policy. So thank you. Yeah, and I can verify. I don't think they were really picky about it last year. So, but yeah, I can let you know for sure. But I know it has to be clear. You found it? Good. Perfect. Thank you. No, I think they let them wear hats. Yeah. For those of you that have been to Ford with us, there's no waiting outside. There's no waiting in a line, nothing like that. They have the whole front of the arena. I think there's probably like 25 of the little security things that we walk through. You walk up the steps, and you go right into the arena. They will, do a quick check of your bag or whatever, but that's a little bit different for that. They rotate just like they do at Ford, but they rotate where we sit so that we kind of all get a different area, get a different view of the stage of how it's set up. So, leaders, anything else that I forgot? Any of you that have been before? Students, do y'all have? Yes. So we're renting 3 minivans. The cheapest, 15-passenger van we could find was an absolute fortune. And then most of the places do not guarantee it. If somebody comes to get it prior to you getting there, then you're just out of luck. So we're renting 3 minivans, and then I'm driving, Tammy is driving, and then Keela's taking her car. You're driving, and Amber's driving, yes. So between all of that, we will definitely have enough room for luggage and people. There's 35 of us total going, okay, between leaders and students. All right. What else? There is. Yeah. So if you've already graduated high school, you will go to the young adults group as far as when we split. Yes. Yep. Something else just popped in my mind, but it went back out. Oh, permission slips. I think most of you, if you had registered online, you went ahead and did filled out the permission slip, but there's a few of you I think that I put in for you so that I could reserve. We need to get a permission slip, and then there's a few that still have a balance, okay? It was $100 per student to go. As far as what you owed, the total thing was for this conference was $275. We've been raising, and so $175 from our fundraiser and everything is going for all of the students, okay? But that was the difference of the $100, okay? That includes the meals, the hotel for the 2 nights. We do have gas, the renting of the vans, and all of that kind of stuff, okay? So if you still have a balance, I'll get with you guys and we'll get that taken care of. And then most importantly, permission slip. If you did not do that online, I will need to get your permission slip, okay? What I'll probably do is I have all of y'all's emails. I'm going to email that permission slip to you, and then you guys can just send it back to me that way, if that's okay. And then that way I have it. All right, it's a simple one. Just emergency contact, your insurance information, and just signing that you give us permission to take your child for a couple of days, okay? Anything else? Everybody good? And I'll be here if you have any questions. I'll come just down here if y'all have any other questions. Feel free to come and ask me. Again, I love you guys. I thank y'all so much for allowing your student to go with us. I know without a shadow of a doubt that this is going to be an amazing, amazing trip for them, okay? So thank you. You're free to go unless you have any questions. And like I said, I'll come down here, okay? Does everybody, guys, my cell phone number is in here. It's under Lori Turner. If you do think of something when you're leaving, just text me or call me, okay? All right, love you guys.